These days, it seems like everyone is making money on the side. Your brother tried the Uber thing.
Your sister making organic body soaps.
Your best friend is an Airbnb pro. And
Your hip granny is making good on her green thumb, hosting plant nursery workshops on the weekend after church, of course.
this isn't anything new though. We Trinis know about side hustles long time. Hustle-wise, most of us start for one or two reasons.
1, we need to make more money. Or 2, we want to test the waters outside our current work.
A side hustle can definitely help achieve these goals, but not without proper planning. So here are a couple of things you need to know to make sure that your side hustle is not hustling you. First up, market research. The importance of market research cannot be underscored. Take Sophie.
Wait, me?
Yeah, Sophie wants to quit her job
I do?
and work for herself.
Oh.
She has an idea of selling specialty cakes. Them fancy cake now. Not no kiss cake. Real high-end thing.
Ooh.
After all, she's a member of the 20,000 strong Facebook group for people interested in that sort of thing. If just 15% of those people bought a $200 cake, that's $600,000.
Oh, Rajiti!
Yes, girl.
That's a nice dream, but before I start baking, it's time for a reality check. Who out there is currently making money doing this? Seems like everybody knows somebody that's a baker, right? Shouldn't be that hard to make a couple dollars. Plus, in the age of social media, you can have a ton of Facebook likes and your IG can be fire. But how many of those likes will actually turn into buys? Maybe I should sell a more established, higher volume product like supplements or cosmetics with one of those network marketing companies. After all, I may have Facebook friends who are either looking to slim down or achieve that Kardashian pout, or both.
Moral of the story? Before diving into a new venture, you should seek out every piece of information you can get your hands on that will give you some idea on how much you can realistically expect to make.
Next up, costs. Take Karen now.
Who, me?
Karen is our big man.
Yeah,
Karen finished school a long time,
long time.
but Karen's always looking for a hustle. So Karen realizes that the going price of used textbooks almost doubles around the beginning of the school year.
Karen is smart.
So he figures if he sinks his savings into a container of books in January, then come July, he can sell them on Amazon and more than double his money. Sounds good, right?
Yes.
But let's pause for a minute though. Will Karen actually double his money? Well, no. Why? It's simple, really. Just because he isn't making a product doesn't mean he doesn't have costs.
Costs?
So let's look at his hustle a little closer. Karen is buying the books in January and starts selling them when school closes for the July-August holidays.
Right.
Where is Karen keeping all those books for the 6 months between purchase and sale? Unless he has his own warehouse, highly unlikely, he'll be renting storage space. Further, each book will have to be mailed to the buyer, which means individual packing and shipping fees, not to mention online retailers like Amazon take a cut of every sale you make. So hold off on that celebratory pump, Karen.
Oh, man.
You're making a profit, but when you calculate how much you're spending, storing, selling, packaging, and shipping, how much are you really making? That's the million-dollar question.
If you want your side hustle to be a real business, you have to treat it like one. Which brings us to point number 3. Separate your finances.
We'll talk about this and more in part 2. That's it for this episode of Money Talks.